What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Educated Barfly. Today we're going to be making a cocktail called a Turf Club, or also known as the Tuxedo No. 2. It was first published in How to Mix Drinks. Is it How to Mix Drinks? Yes, it's How to Mix Drinks, yes.
I think it's How to Drink.
No, it's not How to Drink. It's How It's How to Mix Drinks, the Bartender's Handbook, which was published in 1884, and then it was subsequently released in George Kappeler's 1895 Modern American Drinks, which we've talked about on this channel. Though the version that we're making today is a lot different than those early versions. Those early versions are more like a 50-50 martini variation with orange bitters and Old Tom gin. What we're doing is the Harry Johnston version, but what's kind of cool about, what's not cool, really, no, not cool, but interesting. What's interesting about the Harry Johnston thing is that he published this cocktail in his new and improved Bartender's Manual in 1900, but it wasn't in the 1888 edition or the subsequent edition after that at all. Then maybe he learned this cocktail, but he reformulated it. And when you go into a modern bar today, you're going to see the Harry Johnston build, and that's what we're going to do today. It's my favorite. I've tried them all. I've experimented with them all. The Harry Johnston one is my absolute favorite. Now, this cocktail is called the Turf Club, and what a Turf Club was a gentleman's club in the 1800s where the captains of industry and the aristocracy would go to gamble, basically. And they would also have these bookkeepers, right, which were called turf accountants. I don't know why they're called turf accountants, but they're called turf accountants, and that was the bookkeeper that would frequent the club and would make the books for the horse races that everyone was betting on. So that is the, I guess, genesis of the name of this cocktail. All right, let's get into it before all our ice melts. Not to mention the fact that we brought out Dirk Diggler again. I thought that I would bring him out of retirement for another go around so that he can go zip. Oh yeah. That's what I think about when I see this spoon. I'm like, zip. Oh yeah. It's just so big. All right, guys, let's get into it. Now, I forgot something, even though I tried not to. What did I forget? I'm going to give you a second to just look at this thing and see what I forgot. And luckily it's not far away, and luckily I don't have to go dig for it. What did I forget? What do you not see here? Marius, have you picked it out yet?
Strainer.
Nope. Strainer's here. What about, how are you going to measure your cocktail without a jigger? All righty. First thing we're going to do is no, that's not the first thing we're going to do. First thing we're going to do is 2 dashes of orange bitters. Then we're going to do 1/4 of an ounce of Maraschino Liqueur. Then we're going to do 3/4 of an ounce of Blanc Vermouth. And you want the Blanc Vermouth, this like Chambéry style, kind of slightly sweeter than dry vermouth for this drink. We have gone over it in, what episode was that when we talked about the Blanc Vermouth, the El Presidente. You should go watch that. I'll link it above. And then we're going to do 2 1/4 ounces of Plymouth gin. And this cocktail actually calls for Plymouth particularly. Now, I will say this cocktail will work with London Dry. It would even work with some of the funkier kind of New World style gins that are going on out there, but Plymouth is its own category of gin. It's kind of confusing because it's a brand, but it's also a category of gin, and it's one of the very few gins that has a geographic designation attached to it. So there you go. There's all your knowledge. Now we're going to put our ice in. It's going to fit. We got to crack it. Maybe we should crack it. I just want to get a couple ice shards in there, just to aid in the dilution. And then we're going to stir it with old Dirk here. Get it nice and chilled. All right, now we can let that sit while I talk about this atomizer. Because finally, I have talked about atomizers for a long time when it comes to washing cocktails with absinthe. We've done some absinthe rinse cocktails in the past, and I have not had one of these. I finally got off my lazy ass and got one of these. Well, I mean, honestly, I could have brought one from work, but I didn't. I actually went out and got my own this time. And then I was just doing like the swirl, and then one time I like drank it, and everyone was like, yeah, don't waste the liquor. Anyway, you want an atomizer. The reason why is because an atomizer is going to give you a nice coat, and it makes it a lot more aromatic. So we're going to wash this glass with absinthe, so we're just going to take our glass, tilt it thus, and we're just going to give it a nice, even coat. And then you see like a little bit of absinthe down the bottom of the glass. You get like a nice, even coat on the glass. There you go. Give this another stirry poo, but that looks like it's about ready. And then we're going to pour our drink into our nice, awesome, kind of Art Deco-y cocktail glass, which I really like a lot. This is a vintage glass, so I'm not going to leave a link for it below because it's vintage. You guys should all, for glassware, everyone's asking me about glassware, you guys should all be going to like the Goodwill and like vintage stores to finding glassware because you will find some absolute gems, let me tell you. And then we're just going to give it a little lemon twist. A little wipey poo, and there you have it, my friends, the Turf Club. There you go, I present it. Now I will spin it 180 degrees, not unlike a robot, and take a sip. Oh, God, that's good. Oh, man. Should I say my catchphrase? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. All right. Obviously, you've got the lemon pop right off the nose, followed by that okay. The Blanc Vermouth and lemon is a heavenly combination. You pair that up with the dryness of the maraschino that plays into the kind of citrus elements of the gin and the dryness of the gin, and you just have like a winning combination. And of course, absinthe is a very strong flavor, but what's nice is when you do that wash, especially when you get that nice even wash from an atomizer, it's not overwhelmingly absinthe and like forward. So I'm going to tell you now, even if you don't like absinthe, even if you say, I don't like anise, I don't eat black licorice, I don't like that, you will like this cocktail, I guarantee it. So don't write it off right off the bat. Go now to the store, get some Plymouth, wait until the helicopter that's overhead leaves, and the trash truck that's making noise in my video, and go and get some of the orange bitters and get it all and make it. Now, go. I'll see you next time. Oh, but by the way, before you go and do that, if you haven't subscribed, please hit like and subscribe, and I will see you on Patreon if you want to help us out. Patreon.com/theeducatedbarfly. Thank you to our newest Patreon subscribers. You really help make, not to just the newest, but we do have some new ones, but thank you to all the Patreon subscribers. I really appreciate your help. I will see you guys next time.